My fiance asked for space, then took a beach vacation with her ex using my money. I sold her car and changed the locks before she got home. I'm 29, own a small auto repair shop in Phoenix. Been with Artha for 2 years, engaged for 6 months. Wedding was set for this fall, deposits already paid on the venue and caterers. We'd been living together in my apartment for over a year, and on the surface, everything seemed solid. Then one random Tuesday morning, I got a text while I was under a Chevy working on a transmission. Luke, things feel complicated. I'm stressed over the wedding, and I really need some space to think and figure things out. Don't contact me for a while, please. I'll reach out when I'm ready. No warning, no conversation, just a text asking me to disappear while she figured things out 6 months before our wedding. But fine, I tried to be understanding. I texted back saying I understood, and she should take the time she needed. Then, nothing. Radio silence like she requested. I spent the next few days in a fog, couldn't focus at work. My best friend Tristan came by the shop on Thursday and found me sanding a custom seat I'd already finished an hour earlier. He told me this wasn't normal, that nobody asked for space 6 months before their wedding unless something shady was happening. I defended her at first. Maybe she was just stressed about wedding planning. Her mom had been putting pressure on her about the guest list. Even to my own ears, it sounded weak. Friday night, I got a text from Melissa, one of Artha's coworkers. Luke, I think you should see this. I feel bad showing you, but you deserve to know. She sent screenshots from Artha's Instagram close friend story. Pictures of perfect sunshine, beaches, cocktails, and Artha looking ridiculously happy while arm in arm with Jordan, her ex-boyfriend. The caption said, "Living our best lives. Island getaway reunited. Sometimes you need to revisit the past to see your future clearly." My blood went cold. Space to think meant a tropical vacation with her ex. She'd specifically asked me not to contact her, and she was dumb enough to post it on her close friend story, oblivious to the fact that Melissa and I were friends. I called Melissa for more details. Turned out Artha had told everyone at work she was taking vacation days for a family emergency. Melissa sent me more photos showing an emergency involving bikinis, pina coladas, and Jordan's hands all over her. The hurt transformed into something else. Cold, harsh clarity. She didn't just want space. She wanted me out of the way while she tested her old relationship, keeping me as a backup plan in my own apartment, using my resources while telling me to leave her alone. All while our wedding venue had my deposits, and her engagement ring was on her finger in the beach photos. Saturday morning, I switched into tactical mode. First call was to the wedding venue. Canceled. Lost my $5,000 deposit, but whatever. Cheaper than a divorce. Second call was the caterer. Another $2 grand gone. Photographer, florist, DJ. One by one, I methodically canceled the wedding she'd spent months planning. Next call was to a locksmith. Had my apartment doors deadbolt and knob lock replaced. Cost about $250. Money well spent. Then I handled the car situation. About 6 months ago, Artha's old Honda died. Timing belt snapped. Bent the valves. Would have cost more to fix than the car was worth. She needed reliable transportation for client meetings, but her credit was completely trashed after maxing out cards on luxury bags and $300 face creams. I agreed to help. Paid about $18,000 for a used but really nice Mazda 6. The financing, title, and insurance were all in my name. I'm not stupid. The deal was she'd make payments to me, which she did sometimes late, and she could use the car. But legally, it was completely mine. I drove it to a dealership that buys used cars. They offered about $16,500 pending inspection. I signed the paperwork. Her designated parking spot at the apartment complex stayed empty. I spent the weekend boxing her stuff from the apartment with Tristan's help. Every designer shoe, every expensive bag, every piece of jewelry I'd given her was carefully packed away, ready for pickup. Then I waited. 10 days later, on a Tuesday evening around 9, I heard keys jingling outside my door, followed by confused scratching at the lock, then pounding. Luke, open the door. My key isn't working. Tristan was with me, insisting on being present in case things got wild. I opened the door halfway. Artha stood there looking beach-tanned and furious, suitcase beside her. What the hell? Why doesn't my key work? Because I changed the locks. My tone was steady. Her eyes went wide. You what? Why would you do that? I pulled out my phone and showed her the screenshots Melissa had sent. Her expression shifted from indignant to panicked in seconds. That's not what it looks like, she stammered. I pointed to the empty parking spot and told her I sold the car, canceled our wedding, and she had 1 hour to pick up her boxes from the lobby before they went to Goodwill. She's still calling from different numbers begging to talk.